I think from a positioning perspective, perhaps the timing could have been better because that announcement by the Prime Minister was done a couple of days before Premier Lee Chiang visited Malaysia. So that again may be signalling that our focus on BRICS, joining BRICS may be more with regards to balancing between the US and China rather than seeking our own legitimate economic interests, whether it's from a trade or investment perspective. But that being said, I think we are able to move beyond that because many people are looking at Malaysia for investments in semiconductors, data centers, automotive, and I hope that we will not just focus on one particular issue like BRICS, and hopefully Malaysia's chairmanship of ASEAN next year will also draw the global attention to Malaysia for other reasons as well.
Right. And to be fair, despite all of this possible geopolitical tension that could feed into Malaysia, it hasn't stopped the flow of foreign direct investments in these particular sectors, especially as we've seen in the last 7 to 8 months. There is a concern, though, from some in the markets that perhaps Malaysia needs to now manage resources, whether it be power and water to power these data centers, or making sure that the talent pool can be expanded to meet this growing demand that seems to be growing exponentially. Do you think that Malaysia itself is doing enough to ensure that on the resource side, both human and natural at least, there will be enough to actually meet the demands of the NVIDIAs, of the Apples?
I think we are already planning towards that, but we definitely can do more. As a board member of the Malaysian Investment Development Authority, one of the things that I'm very concerned about, as is with my other board members as well, is the degree of localization of many of these FDIs coming in. So for data centers, it's not just about power and water, which is important. It's not just about talent, but it's also about how much of that processing power is deployed in Malaysia so that we can grow our own digital economy ecosystem and not just send that processing power to the US, to Europe and other places. So that's one. I think also on the semiconductor side, we just don't want to be a place where people come in to do transshipment. We want to be to have a say and have some skin in the game in terms of IC design, in terms of advanced packaging to move up that value chain. That includes integration between local companies in Malaysia and also some of the multinationals. So I think those are the things that we'll be working on in MIDA, in MITI, in the Malaysian government for the next couple of years.
And to be fair, again, Malaysia's not exactly starting from square one. You do have decades of experience in basic or intermediate packaging. But again, because the needs, and I think the goal is 50 to 60,000 technical engineers to supply that, if I'm getting those figures right, that's a fairly high and lofty goal. Good goal, but a lofty goal. Again, what do you think is going to be key for Malaysia to make sure that you can achieve those talent milestones or goals?
I think two key areas. One is having a migration and a workforce strategy that would be able to encourage non-Malaysians to come and work in Malaysia, and I think Talent Corp and the Ministry of Human Resources is doing a lot in that area. Second area is in regards to the higher education sector in Malaysia, of which I'm part of now. As vice-chancellor of Taylor's University, a private university, we are also training talent in the engineering ecosystem. And I think if, let's say, we can combine the two, for example, by allowing or encouraging foreign students who are in Malaysian universities to continue to stay on and work in critical sectors, that will address not all, but some of the talent gaps that you talk about just now.
Right.